What's going on, guys? This is Tony with Urban Girl Scout Media, living the dream as always. And today I am going to do the first Urban Girl Scout Media deck tech. So I'm going to give you guys a deck listing of something that I've been trying for a while. I have a few of these I'm going to do today. So before I get into it, just a handful of things. First off, it is storming here, so you're going to hear the thunder. I hope you enjoy that. Think of that Garth Brooks song, I think it is, Reason the Thunder Rolls On. Second is that this deck tech is brought to you by Urban Girl Scout Media. If you like what you see, subscribe to the channel, give us a like, give us a share, it helps so much. But let's go and get right into it. And today's first deck tech is not going to be what you guys would expect. It's not going to be some red aggro goblin deck. It's actually going to be a green ramp deck. And let's start with the mana base. So we're using basic green mana, but we're going to use a lot of these cards like Wild Growth and Fertile Ground and Overgrowth that say when tapped adds additional mana. You got two more here in Market Festival and Dawn's Reflection. We want to add mana to our mana pool and we want to do it quickly. This is not meant to be a slow deck. We do have a couple of short mid-range cards, Wolfbrayer Elemental and Awakening Zone. They'll get some tokens out there for us to use. Some other cards that we can use to kind of help protect ourselves, cards like Fog, Deadly Recluse, and Spore Frog will help us while we're getting set up, and you'll see exactly what we're getting set up to here in just a moment. There's more creatures, of course, and you could throw in other creatures that tap and add mana, but these are the ones that I decided to use for different reasons. We have some mid-range, or I'm sorry, not mid-range, but we have some late-game stuff that is not focused around our main win con. You see those cards there, but let's talk about the win cons. That is Eldrazi. So I say win con because basically I have 8 Eldrazi creatures. You see 4 of them on the board here. These are not the traditional expensive ones. These are the cheaper ones. It's like Void Winnower or Artisan of Kozilek. Those are two important ones because those actually neuter your opponent. When we get to the other slide here, you'll see cards like Desolation Twin will do the same thing. These cards are incredibly important to the deck because you're not buying the expensive Eldrazi that take over the game in traditional ways. These you're going to pummel your opponent. Cards like Overrun and Wild Stampede or anything like that will help you as well in your attempt to win the game. So as we look at these Eldrazi, like I said, what we see is that your top 3, top 4 Eldrazi's, they're not going to be in this deck. This deck is incredibly aimed at entry-level price point, can still be very competitive, and also something very important is this deck costs under about 50 bucks as what I've shown, give or take depending upon where you go and the condition you buy these cards in. The other important thing is, and something I maybe should have started with, is this deck I actually came up with based on a format that me and my friends play called Rights Games, which is multiplayer kitchen table magic, where you have more than 4 people, you draw 2 cards at the beginning of each turn and you lay 2 lands. So it offers you the opportunity to ramp a little quicker. This deck is definitely fun. I didn't show you guys everything that's in it because I'm still testing some of the overwhelming power of the deck. But there are cards that, whether it's giving them trample, giving them overrunning power, you know, if you've ever played against me, you know Trepidation Blade is one of my favorite equipment. So cards like that, I'm still experimenting. Cards like Hurricane and Windstorm to keep the Flyers at bay. There's a lot of fun things, but overall you can get this deck total for about 100 bucks with some of those modifications. So that's about it, guys. If you like what you see, subscribe and like. Otherwise, we will see you next time, and hopefully you enjoyed the first Urban Girl Scout Media deck tech. Thanks.